by the IRA. The officers tried to reverse their car out of the trap, but landed in a ditch where they were shot repeatedly. At first, authorities suspected the gunmen were tipped off, but now say the officers were not betrayed.
The IRA have struck at the very heart of the Royal Ulster Constabulary, gunning down two of its top officers. Chief Superintendent Harry Breen and Superintendent Bob Buchanan were ambushed as they drove across the border from an afternoon meeting with their counterparts in Southern Ireland. Eyewitnesses tell of seeing the two men frantically reversing down the narrow country lane when they saw the IRA gunmen, but their car became stuck in a ditch and the defenceless policemen were shot dead. Questions are now being asked how two high-ranking officers came to be in such a vulnerable position. In Ulster, even ordinary policemen on the beat are heavily armed and protected by a squad of British soldiers. Yet the two dead men were travelling through the heartland of the IRA unarmed, with no radios, completely alone. One early theory was that a mole in the RUC tipped off the IRA, a theory the RUC is quick to rubbish.
The evidence which we have firmly confirms to us that there was no mole, and we would ask that this be discounted very firmly and very clearly.
It seems the decision to make the fateful trip was a last-minute one. Now it's thought the IRA gunmen may have tailed the two policemen until they got their chance to strike. Liam Giori reporting for the Network News.
In North Belfast, a small boy was shot during an attack on police. And in Coleraine, a soldier was seriously injured by a booby trap.
The soldier who died had only arrived in the province this month. Early today, he was on a foot patrol which opened fire from different angles on a stolen Ford Sierra in the Antrim Road. It appears Marine Gilbert was accidentally shot by one of his colleagues, and he died in hospital a short time later. At first, it was thought he'd been hit in crossfire, but the police now say that no shots came from the car, which was later found abandoned and in flames. Meanwhile, a 2.5-year-old boy is recovering in hospital tonight after being wounded when gunmen opened fire on a security forces checkpoint in West Belfast. Martin McGeown was in a car with his parents when he was hit by a terrorist bullet. Astonishingly, he escaped with only superficial wounds. And at Coleraine in County Londonderry, an off-duty soldier survived a booby-trap bomb which exploded under his car. He'd been visiting his girlfriend and had just opened the door of the vehicle when the device went off. The soldier suffered severe leg injuries in the explosion. He's said to be seriously ill, though not in danger.
Police believe the attack may herald a summer of terror.
There was no special security in this street. The 25 army families housed here had German neighbours and never imagined they'd be IRA targets. But the wreckage of Corporal Stephen Smith's car has proved otherwise. He died and his wife Tina and 4 children were injured when a bomb exploded underneath their vehicle. For the Provisionals, identification of the vehicles was easy, even though military plates have been abandoned because of the threat. The IRA's bombs, containing tiny amounts of high explosives, are often attached by a magnet to the underbody of the car. The process takes seconds. So soldiers living here are still easy targets. Their cars have British number plates, not German ones, and most of them are right-hand drive. For the IRA, identification of a member of the British forces does not present a problem. Sergeant Major Raymond Clark counts himself lucky. Another bomb was placed underneath his car in the same street and was defused. Most forces families here, he said, did not check their vehicles for bombs. The German police are searching for 2 men, and tonight they're working on photo-fit pictures. Last year they struck lucky with the arrest of 2 leading IRA members on the Dutch border. But the trail is always difficult, and more often than not, impossible.